if Rimuru Tempest was the shield hero. Part 2. So, sorry it was a bit sudden when I left off. You probably see the notification, so just gonna leave it at that. But yeah, so when we left off, it was when Rimuru was about to get Raphtalia. So yeah, he goes to the inn. The guys attempt to mug him, well, he just beats him up, and then the slave trader, he says his whole spiel, and gets him to come to the tents. Rimuru sees Raphtalia and offers to buy her, and when that happens, he doesn't immediately go to remove the seal. Like, first what he does is he has to see if he can have some of the ink or something, or what you use to remove the seal. He does that, and the slave trader is confused about this, but goes along with it. So he does that, and Rimuru, he uses not the predator skill, but the thing he got from the demon lord orc lord. Yeah, the thing he got from that. Uses that and analyzes it, then makes more. So he's able to pretty much remove the slave crest whenever. So yeah, he doesn't do it immediately though. Like, he buys Raphtalia food. He doesn't really care about the expenses, because he doesn't really need to eat, so he mostly just gets some for her. And then he gets food for her, buys her the ball, then they go out to hunt, just to get her some experience. And after a little bit, he brings out Ronga, and Raphtalia is really scared at this, but then also he tells her to calm down, and that he's not going to hurt her. And he's not even, although he's a monster, he's able to talk. And Ronga just says hi. And Raphtalia, being the little girl she is, 10-year-old girl, she thinks that's really cool and wants to play around with him, but doesn't want to because slave thing. Rimuru responds to this by saying, "Go ahead. It's not like I'm really gonna tell you to do much." He's like, "Wait, what? And why did he buy me?" And he just responds, "Because he looked like he needed help." "Oh yeah, and I almost forgot. Here, take this." And he just offers her a little blob of healing potion. She's like, "What is this?" "It's a healing potion. Heals pretty much anything you want. Anything you have. Just, here, you know what you need to do? Pop it like a balloon. Just squeeze it and it'll pop, and then you'll feel better." Everyone could drink it, but it doesn't taste the best. So, yeah, does that. She's like, she was very confused at this. Like, he doesn't really sell the thing, that potion just yet. Like, he mostly has it for personal use, or for people that, really need it. And then it says, "Now, I'm gonna free you, okay? But before I do, I want to tell you something. So, as you've probably figured out, I am the shield hero." And she gets really excited about this, just because the whole thing, shield hero, never mistreats them, always helps out the demi-humans. And he continues with, and there's one special thing that I think you need to know before you make any decisions to stay with me or not. And he just transforms into a slime and says, well, I'm a slime. And she, sort of like Shuna, thinks he's super cute. And it's like, just sort of grabs him, gives him a hug. It's like, okay, so apparently you don't care. But yeah, so I'm gonna remove the slave crest. If you want, I can do it at any time. So, do you, like, that was after he got her, like, the ball and everything. So she thinks he's really nice. And just says, and remember, even if you decide to stay with me, I'm really not going to tell you to do much of anything. Like, the most I'll have you do is fight. You'll need to fight. Although I'm a shield hero, I can hold my own, but I'd still like you to be able to defend yourself. Because he's nice. He doesn't want to, like, make people fight who don't want to fight, because he's more than powerful enough. So, yeah. He offers to do that. She just says, no, I just want to stay with you. You don't have to remove it. And he's like, are you 100% sure? And Raphtalia responding to this, like, yeah. You're nice. So, they continue traveling. She plays with Oranga a lot. Oranga thinks she's super adorable and happily does that. But yeah, Rimuru explains pretty much everything that happened to him. And he says, and when he gets to the Demon Lord part, this village was attacked, he just says, now, the country that I run, the town was attacked, and there were quite a few people that, close to me, like, there were quite a few people that ended up dying. But, worry not, I was able to reanimate them. She's like, you're able to reanimate the dead? It was a one-time only thing. I was like, how? Well, you may think less of me for this, but the human army that attacked us, since it's a whole thing of monsters, they just are by the church in that world hate monsters. So they do that. And yeah, I ended up killing 10,000 and becoming a demon lord. You're like, wait, a demon lord? Well, yeah, it's mostly a title that boosts your powers and all your skills. And it reanimates any dead bodies around you. But if they don't have a soul in them, like there were barriers that were put up to stop us. But it ended up working with us to help keep the souls in the bodies. They would have been released immediately, so I was able to revive them with their consciousness intact. Let me just say that in the actual thing, that was a really smart way to use that. I mean, yeah, sorry. Continuing on. So, it says, like, technically I'm a demon lord, and he tells her about the storm dragon that he ate, and how technically he is able to take him out anytime, but he'd prefer not to, because he doesn't want to release him in this world and not be able to take him back. So, yeah. And I'm just gonna say, yeah. So she, like, her opinion really doesn't change of him since she understands everything. So, yeah. So when they get to the, like, he says, like, he takes the job to do, like, to be in the mine, and he feeds a bunch of stuff, and when he gets to there, he says that, like, he thinks that this is probably, like, he sees her being really scared, and he thinks that this is a really good way to, like, get her bravery up. So yeah. I forgot what I was about to say. Where was I? Oh yeah. So yeah, it was a great time to face her fears. He fakes getting hurt. He gets bit. Because she's really scared, and tells her to get out of there or fight. She kills it, and that whole thing happens. So yeah, she's conquered her fears and is willing to kill all monsters. All the non-sentient monsters. And he really has no qualms about that, because remember, in the anime, they ate a bunch of monsters that attacked them in the forest, so yeah, he really doesn't care. So yeah. And so he, then it's time for the wave. Oh wait, no, sorry. They go through a bunch of stuff, and they save. Oh, dang it. What was it? Jeez. I'm trying to think of... Sorry. No, they didn't save that. But yeah, he injured... Yeah, and he tells her why he wears the mask, shows her his... Sorry, I didn't say this before. Shows her his face and the aura, and explains why he keeps the mask on. So he still has the mask on. He doesn't take it off yet. And, yeah. And, so yeah. So when they go to the hourglass, to find out how much time is left, and he sees the other heroes, he says hi to the sword and bow hero, and yeah, and Motoyasu, like, glares at him, and then sees Raphtalia, and then does the whole thing, and Raphtalia, being really uncomfortable, does the same thing as in canon. Of course, this time, I'd say that, like, she also understands what happened with the whole, like, him being more open, understands the whole accusation thing, and then just says, you idiot. Of course, doesn't, like, she just says that and then walks away, and him being completely dumbfounded, because why would any girls call him, Sir Motoyasu, an idiot? I would say something else, because it fits more, but I don't swear. At least I try not to. But yeah, so... Yeah, he just stares, like, he was like, what? And, yeah. And Rimuru laughs at this, because that's what he is. He is an absolute idiot. But yeah, so then the wave happens. I would say that, yeah, he's about to face the Chimera, but what he does instead is, he sees the town, he offers to make a body double to help fight, like, he sees the town, he goes over, makes a body double to help fight the Chimera. That happens, but the Chimera is defeated a lot quicker. But, like, I'd say that the knights still happen. Well, no, let's not say quicker. He just has the body double not, like, do much. To sort of be underestimated by sending smaller amounts of things. Like the water blade, for example. He does that. He does stuff like that. Like, just smaller things that anybody else can do. So, it really takes pretty much the same amount of time. Like, he looks like he's helping a bunch, but then also doesn't really help. Because he, like, tries not to get involved. So, and the whole, he contains the monsters a lot more than canon. So it's really a lot easier, so he doesn't have to destroy much. And then when the arrows happen, the whole idiot knights, almost as much an idiot as Murayasu. Yeah. Almost as much of those are idiots, but not to the extent of Murayasu. So, yeah, that's how I describe them. So they do that. Rimuru, he absorbs as many as he can. He tries his best not to, he covers as much of the area as, I don't know, he can't do all that much when it comes to that. He could, but he doesn't really want to reveal he's a slime. So he really doesn't want to do that. Yeah, so he just says, he pretty much the same argument goes down, but he just tells the other knights to stay back and to help, try to put out the fires instead of trying to fight, because he can take him on with Raphtalia. Raphtalia gets a handle on her magic quicker, so she's able to, I don't know, what is it that she can do? I'd say that she'd be able to make light, turn invisible, she's able to blind other people, maybe? I don't know. Able to do some stuff with light and dark. I'm just gonna say she can pretty much do anything when it comes to light and dark. By the end of it. So, yeah. That happens, he uses a bunch of, he gives a bunch of health potions out after the wave is defeated. And then tries to help rebuild as much as he can. Poofs out materials. So he says that they're just in a shield or something. I don't know. He says that, they're not actually there. He does that. So it's late. I don't know why it was so late. I'll try to do it earlier next time. I don't know, maybe not. Jason, getting off topic. So that happens. The king is really annoyed. He gets a bit annoyed that he can somehow make clones. Well, actually, no. He probably did that without anyone noticing. All I really think is that he had Raphtalia help with the town. I'm just gonna say he does that. So, jeez. Yeah. He does that, and gets paid within at the banquet. Murayasu is told about Raphtalia being a slave. There's the whole duel, he says, "Duel me." And Rimuru's just why? He's no. what do you mean, no? It means no. If you didn't notice, I'm quoting Doctor Who just a bit. Just because I really like that scene. It's really funny. Like, no. It means no. No. Just keep saying no. And like, when the king, after getting fed up with the no, it means no, just stop. He just says, I order you to accept his duel. He's like, and Rimuru just says, well, on one condition. I mean, what do I get if I win? He says, Muddy also just states proudly, things can stay exactly the same. And he was like, no. Then no. If I don't get anything out of it, then no. I mean, if you really want me to release Raphtalia that bad, then sure, but I mean, seriously. So, yeah. He offers just to give him still, like, I don't know. He requests for, I don't know. How about some tips on how to, like, improve, or, like, on some fighting styles or something? Because he had, like, well, no, what he probably does is, yeah, I was gonna say that, yeah, so, I told someone else in the comments last episode, like, when he suggested that I let him use the sword, like, I had something else in mind, so, I'm gonna start that now. So, yeah. I'm gonna start that now during the duel. And so instead of So, during the duel, he pretty much, he just tells Moriyasu that he can't win, that it's impossible for him to. And Moriyasu, before he says that, says, just give up already. You know you can't win. You're the shield hero. There's no way a shield could beat the spear. And the, like, unstoppable force and the I don't know. Immovable object and unstoppable force? I think so. Yeah. I think that's what it was. He says that. Of course, for him it's immovable shield and unstoppable spear, but whatever. He just says, I already told you I'm stronger than you. But if you want to see how strong I am, how about I just take my mask off? And you're like, wait, I can actually see your face? Well, I guess that is fair. I should be able to look into the eyes of my opponent before I defeat him. And Rimuru just says, and Raphtalia just like, no, don't do it. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, don't do it. You shouldn't show him how powerful you are. I can still hide my aura. He just says, don't worry. I won't show him all of it. And he just takes off his mask. And everybody is just completely speechless with how he has, like everyone but Moriyasu, even Moriyasu is speechless, but at least he is too dumb to understand what this means, that it is impossible for him to win. Everyone just sees the aura around him. Malty, or Mine, whatever you want to call her, or the other two names, I should say. For anyone who doesn't know, although I'm not saying it, you seriously gotta watch the anime to be able to understand it. Of course, I don't really know why you'd be watching this if you didn't see the anime already. But yeah, you should definitely see those names. So, yeah. Well, Yasu just says, your parlor tricks don't scare me. And over here is like, just give up. And he just like, no way, starts attacking Rimuru's like shield prison. Pretty much does that, but without like the summoning the other things. And he does not bring Ranga out. He uses this later. He does not bring Ranga out. Like, he could, just to scare him, but he doesn't want to reveal Ranga just yet. So he does that, like, shield prison, then he does I don't know, he does whatever he can to break out or something, I don't know. Like, this time he's not getting attacked, so at least he knows how to get out. Like, he can focus on getting out. So he breaks it, fires the thing out of it. He just says, airstrike shield, second shield. He doesn't want to use that. But yeah. He just does this. And he just goes auto mode, but just tells Great Sage to... Yeah, he just says, if, like, don't kill him, just, like, knock him down. If you get hold of the spear, give me control. If you get hold of the spear, start analyzing it. I think you might know what's going on now. I'm making him insanely overpowered. Even more than he already is when it comes to this. So, yeah. He does that. And auto mode, he's like, like, this includes multi as well. Like, it doesn't even look, stops the attack. And just keeps dodging Madayasu. Like, I don't know, I'm imagining, like, one of those anime scenes where the guy's really fast, but it's, like, a real good acrobat or something, like, doing flips around. I don't know. Like, running around, just dodging everything. I don't know, something like that. But then, also, I think of, like, the Wizard King in Black Clover. Like, when he does the, what was that? Like, the Pierce, I don't know, Meteor Spear or something like that? I don't know. Or the bunch of spear thrusts. Like, when he does that, I just think of, like, Great Sage just does the thing, like, in Black Clover with a... Well, I wish I could show you the scene, but I can't. Where the Wizard King just, like, pretty much just appears and disappears around that. Like, that kind of scene. It does that kind of thing. Great Sage does that kind of thing. And then he ends up throwing the spear for that. Great Sage catches it, and then stops, giving control back, and starts, like, and Motoyasu thinks that's just going to come back. He tries to do that. And just says, why isn't it coming back? Why not? And Rimuru, he just analyzes it and lets it go. And says that, well, I can take your spear if I want, but I'll let you have it back just to make the duel fair. Of course, he clearly already lost, even with Multi over there helping you out. So, yeah. Rimuru, he ends up winning the duel. After, like, 2 minutes of, like, pinning him down. And, after the duel, he gets his money, and System also. By the way, you could have just asked me nicely to remove the crest, or you should have asked Raphtalia if she wanted the crest to be removed. I mean, I would have already removed it, but she doesn't want me to. And he's like, what the heck? That's impossible. It's some sort of, like, brainwashing thing. You have all these powers. How could you not have a brainwashing thing? Yeah. So Yeah, so Murayasu, he gets to know that lunatic. He gets really mad. And then, dang, I remembered their names last time. How do I forget? Sword and Bow Hero, Itsuki and Ren. There we go. Itsuki and Ren. I remember. They come over and ask what he did to the spear, and he just says, "Well, here, hand me your weapons." And he grabs each of and they offer him up just to see what's happening. And he analyzes them and hands them back. And then all of a sudden he summons a spear, then transforms it into a bow, then into a sword. And they are all shocked. Like, did he just take our weapons? Like, copy our weapons? I was like, yes, I did. What I did was I used one of my skills, Analyze, to see what those are made of. And so I was able to do that. So now he has all 4 weapons. Now you see what I'm doing? Pretty genius, right? Yeah, honestly, I feel like that's something he would do. Because, like, Rimuru's smart. He is very smart when it comes to this. Or at least he's very serious. Or at least Great Sage is pretty smart. He would probably suggest that. So, yeah. So he would win the duel, then, yeah. He'd have all the weapons, and yeah, the king would see this and is like, double the shield. The bishop would see this and he's like, impossible. Like, absolutely impossible. So yeah, he has all 4 weapons. He has another way to fight, but he really doesn't need to use it. And so what he does is, like, just so the sword doesn't, like, the sword that he already has doesn't get in the way. And now that he has this, he could use pretty much any weapon of those 4. So he does that, like, he can use that, since technically they do that, so he can have another spear and another sword. And I'd say what he does is he grabs the sword that was on his waist. So his sword, like the sword hero sword, it's able to transform into that. So he does that. He's able to use that since he's really skilled with it. So yeah, Raphtalia sees this as like, wow, you really are the most powerful hero. Like, you're insanely powerful. So, yeah. Like, I gotta piss off the king and princess, and I got to... Sorry, king, princess, and Sir Murayasu. Just because it's fun. And I'm gonna leave it off here. Like, I think this is plenty fun. So, yeah. I'm leaving it off here. Have fun, guys. Definitely tell me if you want more. I'll gladly make more. And I really like this series, so I'm definitely gonna make more. Well, I'll see ya. Bye.